Hello everyone, I'm AtomiK and today I am with Paraducks for the Max League of Nations, the first round, because today we have Turkey against Hungary. How are you, Paradox, today?
I'm doing very well, thank you, AtomiK. Always happy to be casting some high-level Hearthstone, and we're playing a very unique format today, guys. Why don't you go over it for us, AtomiK? You're regaling me of fun stories just before we went live about the format.
Yeah, because 3 best of 3s today, and all the players have different classes in the same team. They can't bring twice the same class, so we will see deck we are not used to see in ladder or in tournament. So it will be 3 different confrontation, 3 different best of 3s. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to see low tier decks doing great.
Yeah. I admit I haven't watched much of the format yet because I wanted to be very surprised about what we saw today. The only thing I was able to watch was sadly my good friend and fellow practice partner Captain Kitty not doing too well on the Dutch team, but hopefully, I mean, I don't know any of the players on either team, so I am completely unbiased.
Perfect. So we can now start with the first lineups of the first best of 3s. Hypnos against Cheesehead. They are the two leaders of their team, so it will be a huge battle between them. So first, let's talk about Hypnos lineup with a mage, a rogue, and a warlock. I think that's 3 strong class right now in the game. We all know that Burgle Rogue is S tier right now. Everybody wants a nerf on the rogue. Mozaki Mage, also really strong. One of the decks that lots of players are complaining about. And Warlock is also really strong in the metagame because it's a very good matchup, the only good matchup maybe, against Burgle Rogue. So that's what makes Warlock really strong at the moment. And Hypnos Rogue has been banned, so he won't play his Burgle Rogue. What do you think of this deck, Paradox?
So I was just looking over. So for those who aren't aware, I produce a meta report every Tuesday going over the decks that recently did well in Masters Tour qualifiers, and I was like, Thief Rogue, Handlock, Mizaki Mates, that sounds like a really good Open Cup lineup. And so I took a look, and surprisingly enough, like, you think it'd be a more popular deck that like lineup that won Open Cups. Only one person won a qualifier with it, but like Handlock, Mizaki Mage, Thief Rogue, these are still incredibly popular decks. I'm honestly a little surprised to see them just all in the same lineup like this. I guess what Hypnos' plan, what Turkey's plan in general is that they're just saying, yeah, we're just going to get all the good decks in one lineup, so even if one gets banned, it doesn't matter. Both of the other decks are going to be insane, and they're just going to get those wins out the gate here. So, like, it's a decent plan. It's just, it might suffer a bit later on if the other 6 decks they brought are unable to compensate. And as far as the Rogue ban, I mean, Rogue was by far the most banned class last weekend. And considering what we're about to go over in the other lineup here, I'm not very surprised that Thief Rogue got banned, to be honest.
Yep, I agree that it can be strange to see the 3 best deck in the same lineup, so you can't use them later, but it's also smart, I think, because if you are just putting one strong deck in each lineup, you can just get 3 loss on this lineup, because you only need to win 2 confrontation to win the match today, so it can be some thoughts, some strategy to bring them together. So, okay, we talk about Hypnos lineup. So now we can move with Cheesehead's lineup with Druid, Hunter, and Priest. Okay, here we haven't got the 3 best deck in the meta. The Priest is a Miracle Priest. We know him
Jambre's favorite, Malagos Priest.
Oh, there are not the bananas, the monkeys in the deck, so sad. I know that Jambra is playing sometimes the banana inside. Then
I don't think
sorry.
he's playing the bananas right now.
No.
If I hop onto his stream, yeah, he's just not playing them at the moment.
Yeah.
I actually think Cheesehead's literally just brought like card for card almost the exact list that Chombre would be playing right now. The interesting thing here is this new Bless card, which we haven't seen much of in the expansion because Greece hasn't been doing too well. I think it's the lowest performing class in the expansion besides maybe Warrior. And what this Bless does is it's sort of like old inner. It gives the minion +2 health and then sets its attack to be equal to its health. So you could see some pretty wacky one-turn kills coming out here from this priest if it's given enough time to set up on the board.
Yeah. Bless can put some pressure on the opponent, so I like that card in the deck. I faced a Miracle Priest and I one time just got wrecked by the Bless. So from my point of view, it's a very good thing to have in the deck. Then we have Face Hunter. Not much to say about the deck. We all know him for maybe 1 year, because of the Warsong Wrangler with the Renos, very strong combination of cards. We have the kinda new Iron Deep Trog, very strong with all the buff spells, the Doggy Biscuit, and the Ramming Mount. The deck isn't performing well in ladder because of Thief Rogue, I think. The deck is still very strong, but the matchup against Rogue is so hard, and with Rogue Ban, it totally makes sense. And the last deck is a Guff Druid with a Beast Druid, the one that maybe Orange and No Hands Gamer played a lot. It's not the one with the Pathmaker, so I think it's No Hands Gamer's one. So what is very strong in the deck is the Oracle of Elune with the Owl and the Frost Saber Matriarch, so you can play them for 0 mana or 1 or 2 mana. So you have double Matriarch and double Owl thanks to the Oracle of Elune. So it's about those decks.
And what was banned for Hungary?
Oh, sorry, I forgot. I totally forgot. The Hunter.
The Hunter was banned, okay. Yeah, which makes a lot of sense, because when you look over these decks, I'd say the hardest win for Turkey in this matchup is probably going to be of the Mage, right? Because Face Hunter, we all know how Face Hunter versus Mazaki Mage ends. That is not a good matchup for the Mage. I'd say the Priest matchup, it sort of depends, right? If the Priest can go off with the Nosmani Bloodweaver early enough, just get super big minions early, they can sort of steal a win from the Mage. So I think it's probably going to come down between the Druid and the Mage here, in terms of like which team can get the win. I think the Priest, despite appearances, might not struggle as hard as the other matchups.
Okay. So, let's see if the players are ready. We talked about the lineups. So, Cheesehead will be at the bottom of your screen, and Hypnos will be at the top of your screen. Don't forget you have the top or the bottom command to send some strengths to your favorite countries between Austria and Turkey.
Hungary and Turkey, you mean?
Oh, sorry, Hungary and Turkey.
Yeah, I thought you said Austria. I was like, wait a minute.
Sorry.
But yeah, nah, it's okay. So yeah, just waiting for the first game to start. Which team do you think is gonna take the win here?
No idea, because we are not used to see all those decks. I have no idea about the strengths and the matchups of the priest, for example. So it's really hard, in my opinion, to call a winner.
Mm-hmm.
And you have maybe some prediction?
Well, I said it a few moments ago, right? I think it's going to come down to whether or not the Mage or the Druid gets the win. I think that's going to be the big deciding factor in these series, because like Handlock versus Druid, for example, is a very good matchup for Handlock, because with Solren, like all of these Druid minions, right? This big Oracle of Elune combo, all the minions at most of 5 health, and obviously when all the minions have most of 5 health, they will die to Solrend, which is not good. And not only that, Handlock now has access to the Dreadlit Tamsin, which is a 3 damage AoE on turn 6. So definitely it's a lot more ways of dealing with aggro than it used to, that's for sure.
Okay, players are ready, they are battling. They are preparing to battle, so it will start very soon.
Mm-hmm. Just waiting for them to start the game.
Sure. Players are in the... If they want, they are in the same call, so they can talk each other to play the best plays as possible.
Mm-hmm. And that's sort of like the big strength of these team-based tournaments, right? It's not just like 3 best of 3s with 3 individual players. It's 3 best of 3s with 3 players all at the same time. And that can obviously potentially lead to a lot of interesting dynamics. Like, if you have like really big, like, tons of action turns where you're playing like spells just all over the place, right?
Yeah,
It might be hard to get everything going all in one turn.
Interesting. Some turns you have to tell the players, okay, just do what you can, and we are not talking this turn. And it just started. Cheesehead at the bottom and Hypnos at the top of your screen.
Yeah, and funny, right? As soon as I say that it's going to be Druid and Mage deciding the series, both teams is leading off these decks right out the gate, and Hypnos here already has double Incantus Flow in his opening hand. That is pretty much what you want as Mizaki Mage.
And my game just crashed, so I'm reloading it. Sorry about that, everyone.
No worries, I can keep up the chat for the both of us. So at the moment, Cheesehead has got Nature Studies, Thorngrove Centuries, Umbral Owl, and Living Seed, rank 1. So it's a bit interesting. Cheesehead could go for the Nature Studies here, but if he does do that, he'll be floating a mana next turn if he goes for the Thorngrove Centuries. So he may want to hold off on playing Nature Studies this turn to then go for the 2-drop and 1-drop on turn 3 here, but he is going to go for it anyway. It's going to take another Living Seed, because this deck, it does run a few beasts. It's not just Umbral Owl, it runs Umbral Owl, Matriarch. I think that's it. That's the only beasts in the list. I'm just taking a look. Yep, that does appear to be the only actual beast minions in the list. But yeah, it's turn 2 now for Cheesehead. Hypnos also drew the Mizaki on turn 1 here, so it looks like this might be a blowout for the Mage here. This is honestly about as good of a start as you really could have hoped for in this position.
Okay, I'm joining the game. It looks fine.
Let's see here. Hungary going for second Nature Studies into Resizing Pouch. Heaven forbid this game gets to turn 7. We might see a Mutinous eat the Mizaki. But I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen. Not with a hand this good.
Okay, I have the game. I think Cheesehead will go for at least the Moonlight this turn first to see what there is inside, because the Living Seed can draw a playable beast only if it's the Owl, I think. And
so Thorngrove Centuries doesn't reduce the cost of the actually, does it reduce the cost of the Matriarch? I don't remember.
Yeah,
it does, okay.
It's a beast invoked, not played.
Okay. So yeah, well, we'll see now. It'll cost 4 mana.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can't quite play that this turn, so we might just see double Living Seed here.
Job's done.
And another Matriarch. Okay, next turn the Owl will goes 2, and it will also help to reduce the Matriarch cost. And yeah, terrible flows on turn 3.
Yeah, that's what I mean, right? It's such a good opener for Turkey here. They even topped it the first flame, clear one of the turtles off the board, and just stem a little bit of the bleeding before the big Mazaki turn later on in the game.
Sure. Not an easy turn here for Cheesehead. You can go for the owl.
I wonder if they just go Matriarch here. How bad is that?
Just one minion on one turn, and that's not really what you want to do with the deck, but the other thing...
Yeah, but the thing is, right, is if you play Owl, you're basically doing the same thing. You're only playing one minion on the turn.
But you could play
I guess
Composting. But here you can pick the Druid and
play... you could play Composting, but...
double Druid of the
play
Reef.
The Druid and the... Yeah, you could play double Druid of the Reef. You could also play Druid Owl here.
Yeah.
Because that would cost 1 mana.
Yeah, you are playing 2 beasts, so that's very good for your Matriarch.
Going double Reef here, so yeah, now next turn, she said we'll be able to play all of the beasts from his hand and then composting the board, which is going to be pretty good when staring that fire sail down.
Sure, 2 mana for your style will hurt Hungary at one time, but the Owl are 4 health points, Matriarch 5 health points, so that token Druid can do something against that fire sale. It's not like the old token Druid, the one with tons, that you didn't have lots of health points minions. Here, a huge board with lots of Matriarch can be something.
I think the debate here for Turkey is whether or not they fire sale now or they wait a little bit longer. Because if Hungary has Arbor up here, then they'll be taking at least 3, they'll be taking at least 9 damage, but instead they're going to opt for the Siphon Mana here.
And also with Arbor up, the 3 health points minion is going to 4, and 4 isn't at fire sale range.
Yep. The Siphon Mana also reduces the cost of the Refreshing Spring Water and Fire Sale as well, so this board clear is going to be pretty potent next turn. It's just a question now of how much does Hungary want to commit into this board state. It looks like the answer they're going with is just all the way, it seems. I think.
I think there will be a composting at least in the turn, because you can't just get a clear and having a dead hand. So it has to be composting.
Maybe the question was like whether or not we play resizing patch here, and for how much mana do we want to get it for? Do you want to get like 4-drop, a 3-drop, a 0-drop even? Like, what do you want to get? And it looks like they're going to hold off on it. And that multicast is a pretty solid pickup here for Turkey, because now they're almost certainly going to be able to get all of their mana back with the Spring Water, unless they get quite unlucky. Oh no! They got the other multicaster. But it doesn't look like it'll matter very much, because they weren't really going to be able to play much else this turn anyway.
Yeah, it's crazy that the Fire Sale is only costing 1 mana.
1 mana Fire Sale. It doesn't really... So you can Fire Sale, and that'll leave the Owl and the 2 Matriarchs on the board. So how do you deal with the other 3 minions? You can ping the Owl, and then I guess you just Second Flame Brain Freeze?
Yeah, you can have a full clear. You can see Cheesehead laughing at that 1 mana Fire Sale.
Yeah.
And now it's very hard for the Beast Druid to don't have any Matriarch left, because you don't have that powerful combination of Matriarch and the 3-drop. Forgot his name. But you see which one, the 2/4 that duplicate minions.
Oh, Oracle of Elune.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, although on the flip side, right, Turkey had to draw quite a few cards on that last turn to clear that board. But with the two multicasters, those are each going to draw 3 cards at this point, I believe. So I I think Turkey is in a very, very good position right now.
Yeah, totally agree with that.
Let's see, starting off with the Moonlit Guidance. Most likely going to get the Adorable, I'd imagine, because that just puts them wider on the board, and the longer this game goes, the better it will be for the Mage before they get their crazy one-turn kill-off with Mazaki.
Alright. Okay, Chisad is going...
Oh, did they manage to get the Living Seed off? Oh no, they went for composting. Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
Oh, 0 mana Rune Orb. Crazy.
Yeah. Remember when Incantus Flow used to cost 2 mana? Man, that was such a fun card to cost 2 mana.
I can't agree with the fun in your sentence, but I agree with the other things.
Yeah. Very much sarcasm, I assure you. But yeah.
But yeah, here it still has to do some trade, so killing some minions, because an Arbor Up can be kinda scary.
True. But I think what Hungary may be thinking about is, can we just kill... Oh, sorry, Turkey may be thinking, can we just kill Hungary next turn? Because look at the hand. Got a lot of spells in hand to go with this Mozaki. The only thing they're really missing out on at this point is card draw.
Yep.
If they get 1 Gram Session, the game is just over at this point, I feel.
I would like to see a Rune Orb on a cube, maybe, to first kill a minion, and also having the opportunity to discover a Cram Session.
Maybe they don't feel it's necessary. Like, even if Arbor comes down here, it's what? You're taking 4 more damage. Like, Arbor won't kill you this turn.
Yeah, but it was most for the Cram Session out on the Rune Orb. Like, doing 2 things in 1 card.
True, but like, why can't you just do that on the Mazaki turn? Like, it's more risky, but there's no reason not to do it on the Mazaki turn where you just deal way more damage, right?
Sure. I see. Okay. Chisad is going for the Arbor Up turn.
Yeah, don't really have much of a choice here.
Oh.
Or push as much damage as possible. There's the Arcane Intellect, so that's some card draw, but that's not really enough.
I think you can start by playing it before playing Mozaki, and then see if you are finding Cram Session on the Intellect. And if you have Cram Session on the draw, then you can play Mozaki.
And just go off.
Yeah.
Because I think you have to... Sorry, carry on?
Yeah, because you are under double flow, so you know that mana cost will not be a problem.
Let's see, Mana Biscuit, Spring Water. Okay. Something I was going to bring up, though, is that this Mozaki Maze deck can sometimes have really long turns, and this is kind of what I was getting into at the start of the series, right? With 3 players, turns like this just aren't going to be lethal just based on the fact that you just can't take the risk. Because what happens when you, like, go for the this kind of turn, and then you just play Mozaki at the end, you just won't have enough time. And so now this is where things get interesting, because Hungary here have Resizing Pouch in their hand. And with Resizing Pouch, that can give them a 7-cost minion, and tell me, AtomiK, what minion happens to cost 7 mana?
Mutanus.
Yep. So if Hungary goes for Resizing Pouch right away, right here, gets Mutinous which they didn't, unfortunate. But if they did, they could have eaten Mozaki and made this game a little bit more interesting. But sadly for us, they did not get mutinous, and that means that they are just omega dead here. There's no way that Turkey will miss lethal next turn. I just don't believe it.
And maybe with the fact that players are playing in a call, maybe they can just throw something by... Maybe Hypnos will try to listen at everybody in his earphone and just throw at a point, overdrawing damage or things like that. But
That would be very unfortunate, I think, for Turkey, but I find that pretty hard to believe. They'll probably just take your advice that you said at the start of this, right? It's just like, don't care, slam as many cards as you can, hit them in the face.
Yeah, and the good play is just Hypnos, listen to nobody, just do what you think is good.
Alright, yep, and yeah, they see it right away. They're not gonna wait, they're gonna send all the damage at face here. And Turkey's gonna take game number 1 here over Hungary.
Okay, Grim Session played.
Ensuring that they won't hit fatigue damage.
Oh, they can take some. No, that will take...
So I'll make sure to not take too much damage.
Yeah, they will take 3, I think.
No, they'll take 1 apparently.
Only one. But yeah. That's lethal with 7 mana left and a 2-0. A full hand of 0 cost cards, so yeah. Well done by Turkey. And also well done by Incanter's Flow.
Such a fun and interactive card.
Sure.
I think we're on the verge of it being released for 2 years, right? It feels like it. Feels like that card's been around for that long.
I think it will get nerfed next time because players just stop complaining about it. Okay, so that's
No.
1-0, and it's also last hero standing, if my remembers are good, so we will still see...
That sounds about right.
Mage for Hypnos against the Priest.
Yep. So here we are. My favorite class. Priest with one of my least favorite priest decks versus Mozaki Mage, and I gotta be honest, Hungary's use of the priest portrait is just disappointing. Like, Tyrande, really? You're not even going for the good Tyrande portrait, man. Disgraceful behavior. What's your favorite hero portrait, AtomiK?
I think that's Sylvanas, Wind Runner.
For Hunter?
Yeah, but I played it too much, so I'm not loving it as the first days. You know, it's like a girlfriend. No, I just saw her too many times. But yeah, I love the portrait in Hearthstone, and I also love the story in the back of Sylvanas. So yeah, my favorite Hearthstone portrait. And yours?
It's a good question, actually. I have a lot of favorites, especially on Priest, because Priest is, of course, my favorite class. I'd say, like, a lot of the Zyrella portraits I'm a pretty big fan of. I like the new Tyrande portrait they released, the one with Tyrande with the owl on her shoulder. I think that one's kind of nice. But I'd say the one that sticks out to me the most right this second is Nemzi, the Warlock gnome portrait. You know, the one where it's just a small gnome on the creeper, and she just says, "Oopsie!" You know, with the oopsie, my favorite thing.
Oh, I can't see an MC even in a pictures. I hate her because in a tournament I just miss lethal. He was at 2-2 in a game, and my opponent just robbed lethal and was sending emotes in a loop for all his turn. So it just give me bad memories. So I can't see an MC anymore.
Speaking of bad memories, though, I see another Incantus flow in the hand of Turkey here. You know, they just... I don't get it, man. When I play Mage, I never draw Incantus flow. When Turkey plays Mage, they just draw only Incantus flows.
So they are playing on the EU server, so you know that in Europe, every players have the blue card.
But I am in Europe, and I don't get it every game.
Oh, well.
I don't like where you're going with this.
Just be better with Mage to draw flow, maybe? It's because you are not believing in the Mage, I think. You are not sending Jaina enough love to have your flow on 3.
Maybe that's the problem. I don't play Jaina as my portrait. I play good old Khadgar. Because, you know, when you play Khadgar in the dungeon run, he gives you the wisdom ball. Just gives you random nonsense. And that's peak Hearthstone. You get to pull off whatever you want. Maybe that's why I'm not drawing the flows on 3. But anyway, as good as the start is for Turkey, they are slacking in card draw a bit, so looks like they're going to trade the guild trader back, and oh, there's card draw. That's a bit better.
We were talking about it. I think that's just an Antern. Okay, yeah, you can play the Arella, but they don't want to play any spell because of the power word Fortitude.
Well, it's not only power fortitude, right? They also want to ensure that this Nosmani Bloodweaver can go off with Gift of Luminance. Then all of their hand can cost 0 mana.
Yeah, so you have to keep your 1 mana spell, because when a 1 mana spell is reduced, it's becoming a 0 mana spell and just giving you 2 free manas thanks to the 2 Nosmani. So yeah, 1 mana spells are keys in the pop-off turns of Nosmani.
Yep. And not only that, there's also the fact that this Mizaki mage will never play minions. So Zarella clearing minions from the board is irrelevant. It just won't matter. Oh, let's see here. Hungary top decking the Bless here. So it looks like we might be seeing the pop-off turn now.
It looks like...
Yeah. Now, I have to wonder if it was better to go for the gift first, like before trying for Powered Fortitude, but they've made their choice now.
I think it's the same, because if you are playing the coin before, you are losing 1 mana. Oh no, it's better to play before, because if you are playing 2 spell before the Fortitude, you are losing 2 mana, and then when you gain 2 mana with it, and in the way they did, they just gain +1 with the Fortitude.
Yeah, you make a good point. Ooh, Onyx Maidescribe here can give them back some spells. Yep. I think they possibly could have sequenced this a little bit better, because now it's not guaranteed that Hungary can get the Elic mount on the Bloodweaver this turn. Yep. It is looking very likely, though.
Yeah.
Oh, they got it. Now, where are they going to put the mount on? Oh, apparently on nothing, because they wrote the turn out.
I think...
But that's not going to matter.
They decided to do it, because there were some seconds left, I think, because I saw the cards going up and then back in the hand, and they decided to, if there is a full clear or maybe devolving, they can play Elec Mount on the Onyx later, because 12 has point is enough. So only devolving is killing it, and yeah.
You were saying 12 health is enough.
Devolving,
how about 1 health?
But playing Elec Mount wasn't a good idea because of that devolving, and if they were devolving on the Elec, there was nothing left for the Hungary, but now they can play Elec on the Onyx to have lots of cards in hand.
Or they can put it on the desk imp here and
Yeah.
get that 4 attack immediately.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say playing around devolving missiles is like the best idea, right? Because Turkey don't run it. The only way they can get it is through the rune orb. So in reality, they actually got quite unlucky there for the Nosmani Bloodweaver to just die like that, just out of the blue.
2 good spell, I think. Card draw is very nice when you have only 3 cards in hand. And either of Yashara can bring an Nosmani, so that's a good thing.
Well, as long as you don't draw it first, that is, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, speaking of card draw, that is the one thing that Turkey has really been lacking on so far this game. They've got they've found their spells. They just haven't found the real combo starter, the Mizaki. Although on turn 8, we do have access to Rune of the Archmage, which can pull off some shenanigans.
Yeah, it would be fun to see it. It can also overdraw the Mozaki, because maybe it will play only card draw, so you can be unlucky with it.
Yeah, maybe.
All can happen with that, this kind of cards.
Either way, though, Hungary unable to connect 9 damage to face next turn thanks to that flurry. And oh no! There's the Bloodweaver. So now Idol of Yasharj over there will be useless. We won't get any minions. At least I don't think it will. Oh no, we'll get one. It'll get Malagos. Yeah, we'll get Malagos.
Yeah.
But Malagos isn't what you would have liked to get, I think.
I think you want to wait a little bit before playing Nosmani. It won't do anything special by playing it right now.
I wonder.
You're not playing it now, when are you playing it? Are you just gonna wait until like after you've drawn Malagos from your deck?
Yeah, or at least a Draconic Study.
Yeah, true.
Or something, just some powerful stuff. Not because here it will only be a 3 mana 2/5. Nothing strong with it.
Yeah, and it looks like they agree. And I think now we might see some Runes of the Archmage come out here. Yep, second flame into Rune. Let's see what's going to come out. 20 mana worth of mage spells. What could possibly go wrong?
Okay, 1 mana.
4 mana. 8 mana. 10.
Oh.
13. 16. 17. 20.
3 secret, but 3 bad secrets in that matchup, I think. But it will still be scary for Hungary to play around them. Yeah, maybe Mirror Entity can be something, but the counter spell.
Big Fair Game isn't that bad. Big Fair Game isn't that bad.
If there is a full clear or full freeze, and yeah, you're right.
I mean,
you're right.
it'll take a lot of effort, but yeah,
Yeah,
they're
you're
drawing
right.
3 more cards next turn.
So it will be insane. Sorry, I speak a little bit
Too soon.
too fast. Yeah, Refair Game will be strong.
Oh no! Oh no! They drew all the minions.
And yeah, Cheesehead is laughing about that.
Dude, that was a 1 in 17. That is really unfortunate.
These illusions will.
I guess it's now or never on the Bloodweaver, right? Because you have to go for Malagos on 9 here. Why wouldn't you go for it? Oh, but yeah, if they go for Nosmani, they can't clear it. And that means you're giving Mazaki Mage a Nosmani Bloodweaver. Oh no. I don't know, man. These secrets look pretty good.
Okay, read fair game. Triggering.
Oh, there's the
Okay.
second Incantus Flow. And multicaster as well. Card draw is fully online here.
Maybe Mozaki in that multicaster? No, no. No Mozaki at the moment. But maybe under the refreshing.
Oh. No, not quite yet. They've only got 10 cards left in deck, so Mizaki will be coming pretty soon here. Arcane Intellect. Still no Mizaki.
But still another card draw. If you're only drawing card draw, you will still find Mozaki.
There
And yeah.
it is.
Here it is with Cram Session also.
I think it's safe to say at this point as well that Cram Session won't really be doing that much.
Yeah.
The Mage player's down to 6 cards left in their deck, so they won't be drawing very many cards with that, or else they really will be taking fatigue this time.
And I don't think Hungary can kill Turkey right now. So it looks like it will be another win for Turkey, because they will have Lethal on next turn for sure, I think. So I don't really see what Cheesehead and Hungary can do about that.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it either, and of course don't forget there's still that Mirror Entity in play. So if Cheesehead drops this Nosmani Bloodweaver here, there will be another one on the side of Turkey, and giving Turkey Nosmani Bloodweaver as Mazaki Mage, that does not sound good.
But with a 0 mana hand, Nosmani isn't doing that much. Okay.
Well, that's a way of preventing that card from getting any value.
Yeah.
But yeah, it won't matter at this point. There is literally 0 chance that Hungary survives here. Unless some really weird scenarios take place.
Yeah, Hypnos going for the kill. But yeah, I don't think that loss matters that much for Hungary, because it was the best lineup as possible from Turkey on that game, so it was kinda the most likely for Turkey to take that win on the first game. But it will be maybe quite hard for the Turkey to bring other victories without the best decks in the game, because no Warlock left for Turkey, no Rogue left, and no Mage left. And yeah, that's the kill. So 2-0 for Itnobs and 1-0 for Turkey. Congrats.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to congratulate Turkey quite yet, because they still got one more series
Yeah.
they have to win in order to take it all today.
That was
But yeah, we will
congratulations.
be moving on now into series number 2 here between Rocco and Holkenstein, I believe.
Sure. So, okay. So the next one is, sorry about that, is Rocco lineups with a paladin, a priest, and a shaman. So here, yeah, that's fine. We don't have the most seen deck in the game, so it will be really interesting. So, what do you think of those decks?
I think it's interesting, like, this match here is actually going to be comprising of very similar decks with slightly different techs in them. So like on both sides we see Libram Paladin and Quest Shaman. It's just one side has brought Brukan of the Elements, the new Shaman hero, and the other has not. As well as one side's brought Viper and the Paladin, and the other one has brought in Murgle McGurgle. And then aside from that, like one side has brought the Handlock. Like I believe that is Hungary that's brought the Handlock.
Yep.
And Turkey has brought the Malagos Priest that we just saw a few moments ago.
And yeah, on the Turkey side, the Shaman has been banned. So yeah, no Quest Shaman for the Turkey. Yeah.
But yeah, sorry,
so,
go on.
Yeah, I was thinking that Paladin is still very strong with the new Lightforge Carriel. Some players want a nerf on that card. Paladin is not broken at the moment, but yeah, that card is very hard to play against. The battle cry is strong, helping to clean the board, and the weapon just you just tell less damage. So yeah, very strong card right now, even giving you late game.
Yeah, I really like Lightforge Carol as a card. It's really well designed from a flavor perspective. Because Paladin, as a class, generally wants to go for the long game. You want to try to like get those big swing turns of just either like lots of small minions or just like minions just summoned over time. And what Carriel does is it gives you that potential by saying, yeah, I'm just going to take half damage for the rest of the game. So now I can go long. But unfortunately, it means that a lot of decks have decided to run Vipers to counteract that, which is a little bit of a shame, but I like Carriel a lot. I hope she doesn't get nerfed.
Okay, good point. Yeah, I respect that opinion. But yeah, because I love Face Hunter, I was wrecked so many times by just a Carriel, and just then it's impossible to kill the opponent. So I wouldn't mind if there is a nerf on that Carriel. So we can move with Hulkenstein lineups. I'm sorry I am telling bad his name, but I don't really know how to pronounce it. I will say Hulkenstein, same as Frankenstein way of saying. Oh,
Yeah, that's how I say it anyway.
Fine. So yeah, a Warlock, a Shaman, and a Paladin. A Libram Paladin also, a Quest Shaman also. Lineup are really likely, because yeah, the Warlock has been banned for Hulkenstein. So yeah, only Paladin and Shaman left. It's a pretty early game Shaman for Hulkenstein. Top curving at 4 mana. I really love multicaster in the Quest Shaman, because before that multicaster in the game, Quest Shaman was already good before his first name, but it was sometimes having lack of draws, having a hand without any card. So yeah, multicaster is a really great card right now in Quest Shaman. And what about your thoughts, Paraducks?
I like multicaster quite a lot in Quest Shaman as well. I believe it can draw up to 4 cards at the moment. Let's see. Nature, Frost, Arcane, and Fire. So yeah, it's 4 spells. And of course there is that achievement that if you can cast 5, you can draw 5 from a multicaster. I don't think any deck in the game can do that at the moment. Besides maybe Priest. But it's a bit interesting comparing it to the other Quest Shaman list that's running Mutinous and Brukan at the top end as well, which I'm not sure how good that is. I kind of like this more like low mana cost approach, just trying to complete the quest as fast as possible.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a way to play Quest Shaman. Okay, we have done anything. I think we will tell the players they can start when they are ready. It will be a really interesting best of 3 this one, because we don't have that top meta Mosaic Mage. So yeah, I can't wait to see what will happen.
Yeah, Though Paladin has consistently performed
Yeah.
quite well throughout the year, so I wouldn't say we've got all bad decks this
No,
time. It's
but-
sort of a mix.
As players are saying right now, all the class has a playable deck, so yeah, no bad decks, but there is only maybe the rogue upside everybody, and then except the rogue, all class are kinda good.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yep.
So,
Just told players they can start. Okay. Mm. Okay, we'll still have Turkey with Rocco at the top of your screen, and Hungary with Liechtenstein at the bottom of your screen. And yeah, don't forget the bottom or top command to send energy or to cheer to your favorite team. Because yeah, I really like that format because you have nation represented. It's not only players or esport team. It's like a really country. So pretty interesting to see all a country sending strength to their favorite player.
just go and make sure there's not too many good players in a single country, right? I'm sure you and I can both very much empathize with that position. You know, France and Britain. We just
Yeah.
have too many good players.
So it
Because
was,
as we all know,
yeah.
yeah, as we all know, the UK is the best country in the event by far.
Confident about your country?
Oh, don't worry, I'd be more confident if they were in the same group. You know, just one easier win. I mean, I know the UK group is already pretty easy, but you know, France and that'd be even easier. But yeah, speaking of easy things to commentate over, here's game number 1 between the Libran Paladin and the Malagos Priest.
And it's starting up. My game is loading. I hope he won't crash like the... Okay, fine, it's starting.
Yeah, going into this, it's going to be a little bit of an uphill battle for the Priest here, I think, because the Paladin, obviously, like I mentioned earlier, has quite a few ways of just building up these big boards throughout the game. It's like, even with Zyrella potentially clearing one off, the Paladin can just potentially keep going. And more impactful than that is this Lord Barov in hand for Hockenstein, because it doesn't matter if you have 2 massive Bloodweavers with, like, Elic mounts, whatever. Lord Barov can just set them to 1 HP, and then with that animated broomstick, they can just get cleared right off the board.
Very true. Very, very true. Oh, sorry. Forgot to add you Rocco's hand.
Yeah, no. I've got them both, don't worry.
Yeah. It's fine. Okay, oh, very nice top deck for Liechtenstein.
Always good time in the Paladin. There's a wonder upon turn 1.
Yeah, because then you can sometimes, if you're lucky, hand off Adal that turn 2. But yeah, no hand off Adal here for the Paladin, but a 2-drop thanks to Murgar will still be fine to play on curve.
Yeah.
Rocco's hand?
Interestingly enough, Hockenstein actually mulliganed away the Alliance Bannerman, which is a very strong 3-drop. Oh, and there it is! Hand of a doll right on cue.
But yeah, I still think you prefer play another minion. And yeah, on the other side, the hand is really good for Rocco, with the palm reading, and Nazmani, and Insight on hand. That's I think the 3 cards you want the most in your starting hand for the priest. Because yeah, palm reading is so strong to just set up your pop-off turn, having lots of cheap spells is just so strong to have other cheap spells thanks to the Nazmani effect. So yeah, only a gift on luminance left needed for Rocco, and it will be stronger.
Let's see. Thrive in the Shadows picked up. That could be a way to find the Gift of Luminance. As well as, of course, palm reading, discovering it. That would also be solid. It's not really a whole lot for Turkey to do right now, though, besides palm reading, to be honest.
Oh, going for Thrive first. And no Gift of Luminance. I think you have to pick another Thrive in the shadow to try to find it later, because yeah, it's the only card you want right now.
So I was just counting on my fingers. I believe there's still 11 different spells in Turkey's deck at the moment that they could discover with Thrive of the Shadows. So it's not exactly guaranteed that they can get it from this second copy. And ooh, that's a really nice pickup to go with that Hand of a Doll here on turn 3.
Yeah, you can just curve 2 and 1 with your 3 mana, and that's basically what the Paladin want to do, just filling out the mana crystal, playing tempo in the early game.
Pupil picked up. It's not really going to be costing too cheap at the moment, given that no Librams have appeared yet, but that might change in the near future. Ooh. Okay, there's the big combo with Cyrella set up with that Desperate Prayer.
Oh, that board isn't that threatening, and the Xyrella isn't killing the most threatening minion, the Morgar, because of the Divine Shield. So I don't really like playing Xyrella right now. You're only killing two attacks from the opposite board, so I like to keep it a little bit more. Because
Yeah.
Maybe next turn is Coined and Aldor, Truthseeker. So having a full clear on that Aldor Truthseeker can be strong also.
No, that seems reasonable. Let's see, Turkey here going for another Thrive in the Shadows. And still not picking up that Gift of the Luminance, so we might see a Renew picked up here. Because I don't really see either of the other options being that useful for them right this second. Ooh. So we could see Libram of Wisdom coined about people here. That seems fine.
What would Uther do?
Yep.
Not really a good
I agree,
answer
yeah.
to that.
Where would you play the Wisdom? On which minion?
On the Murloc, right?
Yeah, on the Divulsion one, yeah.
Yeah.
3 or 4 health point isn't a breakpoint, so yeah, I agree.
And like you mentioned, of course, it won't die to Xyrella either, so you can hit him for another 5 damage next turn.
Yep.
Seems solid.
Totally agree with that.
Act now.
And yeah, going face. That's it's doing some damage now. And yeah, 2 Divine Shield minion is huge. But Paladin doesn't have that much burst before Liadrin. It only has a 6 reach with the Mr. Smite. So
I'm not sure if they run that good. I need to take
it's
a
not
look.
playing it. Let me check.
Neither lineup is.
Okay. So yeah, no reach. Only the 2 damage from Karil, or 4 with the weapon. So yeah, the priest can chill a little bit.
Wave of Apathy. That would mean that Turkey would only be taking 4 damage next turn,
Yeah.
if they chose to pick that card. Though, of course, like you mentioned just now, they're not really in any danger of taking tons of damage here.
Okay, and playing 2 Nazmani from hand is kinda the same as playing a Gift of Luminance. So priest will be able to pop off on the next turn. And oh, really bad draw. Very expensive hand for the Paladin. So it just will be an hero power face and end turn.
You know, like playing Barrow here.
I'm not sure about that.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to play Barrow here, so yeah, it's a bit unfortunate, but I don't think Hungary's complaining that much about dealing 11 this turn, right? It's like, whatever. Like, Variant's not going to be a bad draw when turn 8 rolls around, it's just got to get to turn 8 first.
Yeah, I agree. So, okay, now the priest has to play, right? Just doing Nazmani, Fortitude, and then the 0 mana spells. Oh, Liechtenstein just disconnected. We'll wait for him to reconnect.
See.
Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, I just had a connection lost from my side. Sorry
Oh
about
no.
that. The stream is still up. It was only for a second, I think.
I think so. Yeah. I'm just looking now and the stream is up.
Okay, fine. Sorry, everybody. But okay, I have to left the spectator mode to come back. Don't know what happened.
Yeah, we just saw a pretty big clear here from Turkey, going with the Shard of the Naro to silence off the Divine Shields, and then Desperate Prayer into Zyrella, fully clearing the board. And now Hungary has to rebuild back from square one. It's almost a blessing in disguise that they top deck Varian that turn and didn't go any wider on the board.
It looks like I will have to restart my game. I can't spec Liechtenstein anymore. Strange. So I will let you do it by radio. Just explain this.
No problem. So we do see on turn 6 here that Hungary did top deck the Stoneheart Vindicator, and of course managed to find the second Libram of Wisdom. But now is the time where Turkey is going to go off on their big turn. Nosmani, Bloodweaver, Gift of the Luminance. We might even see Malagos coming down here. Now that would be crazy. I'm pretty sure they won't have enough mana though. We're about to find out. Here comes the second Nosmani Bloodweaver into Shadowword Devour. And Wave of Apathy. So that won't be enough to play Malagos on this turn. But next turn, it will be enough. And this might force Hungary here. Okay. I believe I've spoken too soon. Yeah, I think I've spoken too soon. I think now it's probably time for good old Lightforged Cariel to make her debut.
And I'm back in the game. And yeah, lots of things happened during that blackout. Before the Paladin has the ward, and now it's on the Priest side. And yeah. You prefer Cariel than Barrow of Broomstick?
Well, think about it. The carrier will pop all the Divine Shields. It'll clear one of the Nosmani Bloodweavers. And then next turn, like Hungary can just go for Barrow of Broomstick anyway. And now they take half damage for the rest of the game. Seems pretty straightforward to me. I don't see Cariel getting any better than this.
And if you adjust. Okay. Hungary, I agree with you. Killing as many.
New picked up.
And now
We're going to
Priest,
see Malagos first.
Priest need to do Death Rattle things to play around that Barrow of Broomstick. Because yeah, you can give the health point you want to your minion. Barrow will just get them to 1 health point. So yeah, you need Death Rattle things or discovering other big minions. The studies for later.
Yep. And of course, even with the Bless, normally that Bless would deal 18 damage with this Bloodweaver, but now it will deal only 9, which is obviously a huge deal.
Yeah. Very true. Okay, what's inside?
The Nixia.
Oh, it's not that strong, even after a Barrow.
See how far is Turkey committing here. Gonna go for the Bless. Gonna hit them for 10 damage here, thanks to Cariel. And now I'm pretty confident that Hungary has to deal with this. There's no way you can let an 18-18 stick on the board for more than one turn. That would be a disaster.
I think that's Barrow's moment. It's time for him to shine, I think. And then you can just hero power after playing it. Have maybe a huge variant. That's the one you want to hit with that hero power, I think.
Well, here's what you can do. You can play Barrow first, and then if it lands on Broomstick, the Broomstick won't die along with the Barrow. It'll be a 5-4.
You're right, totally right, yeah. So yeah, the good order is first Barrow, then HP, and then the Broomstick.
Yep. And then worst case scenario, it doesn't land on the Broomstick. You can use the Librum of Wisdom to keep the Broomstick alive.
Totally right, yeah.
Try to keep yourselves alive.
And yeah, it looks like they just want it on the variant.
This one on the variant, it looks like, yeah.
Other than the
Now,
Broomstick.
are they lucky? I believe they are, yeah. It's an 11-11.
And it will
Which,
be,
of course...
it will be very strong on the Onyxia to have the trade with the Divine Shield. Just killing Onyxia for free.
Yep. And speaking of freebies, here's a Call of the Grave, which can give us a free Death Rattle minion. And almost certainly trigger its Death Rattle, unless it's Scrapyard Colossus.
Yeah, so maybe you want to wait for turn 10 to play it. To have that possibility to pick that Colossus.
Yeah, maybe. What are you doing this turn then?
First Draconic Studies, whatever, I think. And...
I mean, you could play Onyxia first and then Studies afterwards. That's the question, it's just like, what else are you doing with your turn?
Yeah, first Onyxia is better, I think.
No time.
You also don't want to trade the shard, I think, to play it. Okay, Tonyx here. Varian when will kill one, but not the other one. And also the little whelps are not bad against Cariel because they are still dealing 1 damage, so the weapon is doing nothing against them.
Is here.
Oh, very
Having-
true.
Having odd numbers of attacks is always good because it is rounded up the damage that the hero takes.
Wait a minute. Oh my... Wait, hold on. That's 2. 2. Oh my god. Okay, so what Hungary can do here is they can hit the broomstick into... Oh wait. No, it doesn't work. Oh, I was hoping that like Hungary could like hit the broomstick into Onyxia and then just like play tons of Librams and then go like broomstick and people to clear it. But they don't have enough mana. They're 1 mana off. So that's not good. Because now with this Psyche split, you can copy Varian, and then the Varian on the side of the priest will also have Rush, and then can trade in to the Varian on the other side.
That's something. Yep. I was thinking of Shard of the Naru, but yeah, your play is killing the opposite variant, so yeah. Strong.
All of the brave.
Oh.
There it is!
Yeah,
There it is!
we talked about it, and yeah, here's the Colossus.
And of course, there's the Psyche split still in there. And copying a Stonecrack Colossus. That is a lot of value right there for the priest.
Oh, isn't the swing a thing? Because it looks like the game can go very long, very far in the late game. So maybe when both players will have a dead hand, it can just clutch the game.
Yeah, maybe. It looks like the plan for Turkey here is just to have a super wide board full of threats.
Yep.
And yeah, the Barov is already used up.
Oh, very
For
good
Hungary here.
top deck here.
Yes, that's a solid draw. That'll give them at least 1 solid trade in on one of these Colossi, but there is more than just a Colossi on this board. There's at least the 9-10 Onyxia, another 7-7 inside one of these taunts, and the 4 whelps that'll be coming back every turn.
Yeah, Onyxia doing a great job. Don't forget for Paladin to kill the one with the Death Rattle, because if not, the PK split will be terrible for the Hungarian.
See,
Really?
Bannerman, drawing another Bannerman, okay. And yeah, like Ariel said, they're running out of time. They've got to make a decision here.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going to opt for the Broomstick this turn. Going for a similar sort of line to what I was suggesting last turn, I think, maybe.
Or they can just Wisdom, Noble Mount, and then play the Pupil.
Yeah, true. The only problem with this is that it's going to make this Shard of the Naru here extremely good for Turkey.
Yeah. And also the Scrapyard
Oh,
still has his Death Rattle.
it sure does. And look what the top deck was.
Oh!
I think you know what I'm thinking.
I'm thinking that you love Scrapyard Colossus.
I love Scrapyard Colossus so much, I prefer seeing 3 of them. And I think Turkey does too. But yeah, imagine if Carrier's immovable object wasn't in play. Like, the Paladin would just be dead. Just straight up be dead. But because they're taking half damage from the Onyxia and the Colossus, they will still be alive.
Yep.
And of course, when you Psyche Split the Colossus of Divine Shield, the new copy will also have Divine Shield on it, so... Yeah, this is not looking too good if you're a Hungary fan at the moment.
There's a lot of scrapyard, too many maybe. You don't have Baroque left in your deck, so I can't see how the Paladin will do against that board.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it either here. That is a good draw though, because that will reduce the Librams of Hope down to 4 mana, but it might be too little too late. Like, oh boy. The fact that this Onyxia is just hiding behind these walls of Colossi means that every turn these whelps are going to keep getting value.
Yeah, Onyxia has been huge in that game. It's not very common that Onyxia is sticking that much on the board. So yeah, I like seeing that card doing well because I love the design of the card, Summoning Whelps.
I think it just shows, like, one of the bigger weaknesses of Paladin is just its inability to really have big board clears. Like, even from the start, its main board clear has been equality plus one other thing. It's never had just, like, brawl or twisting, never. None of these, like, massive board clears that could just wipe a board like this instantly.
Yeah, before the Libram Paladin was playing the Libram of Justice. But yeah, as you said, it's just sending other minions to 1 health point, but yeah, nothing to clear them directly.
I grow short of cards.
I hope you didn't hear that in the background. But yeah, Priest running out of cards here.
Not
Oh.
really red.
Initiation is something.
Yeah, that's really good actually, because you can trade the 4 whelps into this Ancestral Guardian here, and then with the what's it called, with the initiation, you'll just be getting another 8/8 Taunt Divine Shield minion. You know, if 3 of them wasn't bad enough, here's another one. Oh boy. In fact, wait. I'm wondering if maybe it could have been possible, it might have been better to use it on the 1/1 Colossus. Because then the Colossus would die. You would summon another Colossus and a 7/7 as well. That might have been slightly better, but this board is still incredible. So I don't think it will matter that much. Like, there's really not much that Hungary can do here.
True. Yeah, it just look game over. We try to draw with the Bannerman, with the Stun Earth, but nothing in the deck to stop that army from the Turkey.
The answer is here.
The answer is here, saying Cariel. I don't agree with that. I'm not seeing the answer.
Mm. Yeah, I don't see anything from Liadrin that's going to do it. And yeah, Alderoten is definitely not making a board this insane. So yeah, I think we're going to be moving on to game 2 in a few moments' time here.
Yep.
True strength comes from within.
Can't I play the Elder Intendant? I don't know how it works, the Libram spells with the Stun Earth. So if you played the Elder first, so... Oh, but there is no Libram of Hope left in the deck, right? But
No.
But if there was a Libram of Hope in the deck, how would it work with the Stun Earth? Can the Stun Earth draw the Libram?
I don't believe it can. I believe it can only hit cards of the original cost, I
Okay.
think. Because I think how it works, and I could be wrong on this, but I think how it works is that it calculates the cost, like, when it's in your hand. Like, the Librams only get reduced in cost when they enter your hand. I think. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong, but that's how I remember it working.
I think you are. I don't know because Kazakus wasn't activating if another attendant was played.
That's true. That's true. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't think it would have mattered, honestly, in this
No.
position. I don't think it would have mattered that much.
You're right. That was just a global question.
Yeah.
Before.
And now we're going to see the second Shower Devour getting rid of all of the minions on the Paladin's board, along with another Bless and Onyxia. This thing's a 1919 minion. That is mean.
We are playing Battleground, right? For the plus side.
We're playing Battlegrounds of this comp. I guess. Yeah. I don't see Carriel doing it, and there's definitely not going to be anything from Leandrin that does it. The only thing Leandrin can get is either Librams of Wisdom or Hope, and I mean, you can hope all you want, it's not going to save you from this kind of nonsense.
I don't think that the Libram of Hope will give you that much hope here.
If anything, I think it fills the Hungarians here with despair. Despair at the knowledge of how much value this Onyxia has generated this game, because it is ridiculous.
Yeah. And yeah, the scrapyard also duplicated that much times. Okay.
So is this lethal here? So you can trade the 1-1 into the 12-12, Onyxia into the 12-12. Then that would be 4, 8, 12, 14. It wouldn't be enough. Yeah. It's fine, nice. I'm still skeptical. But they are alive for one more turn.
Yeah, I hate having to count damage against Carriel weapon. It's really too mind breaking. It's giving me a headache, so I will see after the turn if the Paladin is still alive, and yeah, it looks like.
Just barely, but yeah. And also healing up the Onyxia here, correctly recognizing that that is the thing that's carrying the day. Oh boy. That mutant would have been so much better if the situation wasn't quite so grave. Although, that being said, the tide is slightly turning a little bit in the favour of Hungary. Slightly. Because now Carriel can clear the Guardian off the board. And then with the Libram of Hope, they'll be back up to 18. So they technically still won't be dead next turn, I think. Because you still have to crash another, like, 12 damage into the Guardian, thanks to the 4 Librams, so... Is it recoverable? If this game is recoverable, I will be amazed, but it might be. Like, genuinely, it might be. Although this is the last healing available, so...
At least this closest that I thought first.
Yeah!
But Paladin is also at fatigue.
I'm not quite sure. I think we should have given the Carriel Divine Shield there. But that's just me. At this point, Onyxia still won't die here. And because Hungary has front-loaded all of the stats onto this A8 taunt, we might see both of the Ancestral Guardian... both of the Scrap Colossi trading into it, just to keep Onyxia alive.
Yeah, totally agree with that. And Mutanus will be huge also. But I still think it's fine for the priest. There will still be Onyxia and a 7/7 at the end of the turn. And nothing for the paladin.
The Onyxia also deals 10 damage here, so
Yeah.
that will still be lethal next
Yeah,
turn.
2 Onyxia hit are enough. So yeah, I think here the priest will full clear and swing Onyxia face. Oh, but no, it has to trade carrier, right? Because if not, the paladin
Well,
can just...
if you trade both of the Colossi Taunt minions,
Yeah. No.
then
you're
you...
right.
Yeah, if you
Oh.
traded both of the Colossi Taunt minions, you could then trade all of the whelps into carrier. But they opted not to, which may come back to haunt the priest here a little bit. We'll see.
I think that...
Because now, okay, the last card is Blade Master Samuro, which
Wait.
might not be that good.
Oh no, it will be a full clear, right? Thanks to
Yeah,
the
and I
Wisdom
think, I think Hungary will go for it.
The
But
answer is here.
if they do go for it, unfortunately for Team Hungary, Turkey has been keeping a trump card the entire time that is about to make its debut. Yeah,
Yes.
just in case.
Yeah, I think that what will happen.
Light guide my
The paladin
patience.
will trade in the carrier in the... Oh no, just the
Okay.
knight inside, and then
Wait.
Samuro.
Oh, can
Oh,
they
wait.
full clear the board? I think they can full clear and go for the mutinous. Oh my god.
Oh, you're right.
Did Turkey just throw? I think Turkey just threw by not clearing carrier. Oh no. Yeah, I think they just straight up threw the game.
The weapon went face, so the turn has been successfully down for the Hungary.
Yeah, Mutinous is gonna eat the Deathwing. So that's 16-16 in stats. And of course, because of the immovable object, Fatigue will only be dealing half damage. So this won't be enough to kill them next turn.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what a disaster for Turkey.
Wow.
All of this happened because they didn't clear carrier off the board. And they sacrificed the Nixia. What a disaster.
We also have to say that it was really well played from Hungary.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, Mutanus going face for a 16-16 lethal. And yeah, 1-0 for Hungary.
Yeah, I'll clap to that. That was a well-earned win. Like, after that much of a struggle, it just shows, like, how good Paladin can be when you're, when you're taking half damage and getting heals.
True, very true.
So now... The Quest Shaman was banned, right? So they have to bring in the Paladin. Like, it's gonna be a mirror match?
It will be a mirror match, yeah. Very true. And they are preparing to battle. Okay, starting.
I will bring order. I'll fight hard, just like you taught me.
Okay, do you keep Stone Earth from Wolkenstein without any 1 or 2 drop? That's the question, I think. And on Rocco, I think you can just keep the Eldor Attendant and the Stone Earth.
Hmm.
Because the curve is here for Rocco. 1, then maybe coin turn 3.
Just whether or not they'll keep the Librum. I don't see why they wouldn't keep the Librum. It's what
No.
the deck is almost built around.
You're right, you're right.
Oh, they're gonna throw it back though. Okay. Oh, this is a really good start for Hungary though. I've got the 1 and the 2 drop. As well as lots of decent follow-up as well.
Yeah. Playing first the minions is very important in the matchup, because then you can do the trade as you want if you are attacking first with your minions. So you can just keep the board how you want the board to be. So yeah, very strong opening. Oh, Bannerman will also be strong next turn with at least the 2 knight in hand and maybe other minions drawn. So yeah, I think you want to play Hand of Adal because of the top deck Bannerman.
Yeah, it seems reasonable. Even if Turkey plays a hand of their own, it still won't be enough to get rid of the Attendant. It'll be 1 damage off. So they don't need to trade here. They can, but they don't need to. Hmm. Let's see.
Is the Viper important in the matchup?
I'd say so, yeah. I mean, we literally just saw how important the immovable object is in the last game, and being able to destroy it is a pretty big deal, I'd say.
Okay, Bannerman will be buffing 5 minions, so yeah. +5,
Four of
+5
which will
stats.
cost 1 mana as
Yeah.
well.
Really?
And that's a pupil inside. Will be good later on because not that much spell played from Hungary team.
Well, they're going to be getting 2 holy spells from their deck.
Oh.
Oh my! Okay then. Let's get all the buffs going then. Alright.
Yeah. So yeah, I think you play it and then the Elder Lieutenant, putting the more stats you can.
Which path to choose?
The debate, I think, for Hungary is whether or not they go for like 4 1-drops or like 3 1-drops, so they just buff everything else up first. It looks like they're going for the buff option. Yeah, it's not that much at the moment that Turkey can do about it, but if they can get some solid buffs going, this Blademaster Samurai could come in very handy in a few moments. Probably just gonna see the Truth Seeker come down, right?
Yeah, you always want to play it on curve and you can do it. Because the knight will most likely give you Libram, so you will have to play the Eldor before using your holy spell. So yeah, you want to play it as soon as you can.
I'm going to throw the book at you.
Yeah, turn 5. Unfortunately, there's no Truth Seeker on the other side. Like, Turkey's got some pretty solid plays, but they're going to be coming in quite a bit later on in this game. Like, Carrion on turn 7, the Libram of Hope potentially on turn 8. It's not ideal when you're being hit in the face this early on.
True. Okay. Traded Viper.
Oh, it's another pretty expensive minion, unfortunately.
Yeah, pretty heavy hand for the
I do love
Turkey team.
study session.
Ooh. Okay, so next turn, Hungary can go for Devout Pupil Broomstick. Trade the 2-1 into the 5-6. Trade the 6-7 Bubble into the 5-6 and the Broomstick into the 2-2 minion. And then connect for 8. That seems pretty good.
I agree. So
What would Uther
now you maybe want to play the Knight of Anointment to have your free maybe Holy Spell with the True Seeker, thanks to the Elder True Seeker. Maybe having the Libram of Wisdom.
may the light grant you peace?
Okay, Hand of Adal, not a Libram.
Can't really play that this turn, is the issue. I mean, you can. It's gonna take a bit of effort.
Now,
Yeah, you can Libram your own minions. I like it, yeah.
I don't mind it, it's just giving your opponent a bit of initiative. I don't know. Maybe they're just holding out on the Broomstick, trying to get like as impactful a turn on it as possible.
Yeah, Broomstick is very important in the matchup, I think. So yeah, I like keeping the Broomstick for later.
True strength comes from within.
I saw Rocco touching his Baroth. I like it, I think, playing Baroth.
Just on its own here.
Okay, no.
Yeah, the only issue with playing Baroth here is you wouldn't be able to clear the 8-8. Like, you would be able to clear the 5-7, but then on the following turn, they could just, like, buff this Guardian up, and then the Baroth wouldn't really do as much. I think they're trying to get Baroth and Blademaster Samuro out, like, all in one turn to clear the board, and come back from there. Although, that being said, Turkey do have the Lightforge Carrier coming down next turn, and that's going to give them quite a lot of staying power, since I'm pretty sure that Hungary don't play Viper of their own. In fact, yeah, they don't, so...
may the light.
So yeah, Hungary will always be dealing half damage to face for the rest of the game.
True strength comes from within.
In the meantime, though, they are doing pretty well on board.
Yep. And yeah, the Divine Shield top deck also really strong. But not for now, maybe for later in the game.
Let's see how these trades go.
Act now.
I think without the broom, I don't really like the broom right now, because you already had good trade thanks to the Divine Shield.
Well, they do have another one, to be fair. But yeah, I get what you mean, though. Like, this is quite a hefty commitment to the board, which may end up coming to bite Hungary in a moment here.
But yeah, it's giving them lots of tempo. Maybe keeping the broom for later was maybe too greedy.
Can they play Carrier here? Okay, so they play Carrier here, they're up to 16 HP. They take 5 from the Guardian, 3 from the True Seeker, 2 from the Knight, and 3 from that. So that would be 3, 6, 11. That'd be 13. That wouldn't be lethal, but this is a bit more sensible anyway. Fully clears the board
No.
and gives you that extra time that you're looking for.
Giving you the board back.
I don't think Barrel for Barrel is that good of a trade, but you can bubble the broomstick here.
Yeah, you can hero power, Hand of Adal the hero power, and Broomstick to have a full clear. Sending the Broomstick on the Divine Shield and the token on the Baroth.
Why did we hero power first?
Sorry?
We hero power first. Why did we hero power first? What?
You can
Are we not playing Broomstick here?
Hand of Adal the silver hand, and then Broomstick, and Broomstick on the Divine Shield minion. Oh, you don't need
Okay.
Hand of
Okay.
Adal. Sorry, I forgot the Broomstick was 3/3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
That's
the
why
point
I was
that I was
confused.
missing. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, because the Broomstick could clear it off by itself.
Yeah, I
that-
forgot. I forgot about it.
Okay. Are we not playing Broomstick this turn? I guess we're not playing Broomstick this turn. Alright then.
I think that's because of the Baroth top deck, because now you have the powerful Baroth Broomstick combo.
Well, I think there's something a little bit more pressing for Hungary to deal with right now than this board, and that's going to be Lightford's Carrier, which is going to delete both of the bubbles and give Turkey a field day with these trades. If they go for it, of course, but I don't see why they wouldn't. You get a free weapon to swing every turn, half damage for the rest of the game, and a belly rub. I do like me some belly rubs.
Yeah, if the Paladin is going for if Hurkenstein is going for Baroth Broomstick, it's not that much important because that board isn't that huge by comparison of what Paladin can do later on with the Libram of Hope, with the hero power. The Paladin definitely want to keep that Baroth Broomstick for later, but it looks like they won't have the choice to do it. They will have to do it soon.
Yep. And something else of importance here too is that Turkey sat there with a Mutinous in hand, so next turn Turkey can just hero power Mutinous and potentially eat the Baroth, and then the Baroth wouldn't have done anything anyway.
Oh, hit the Broomstick also.
Yeah, or hit the Broomstick. Like both are pretty solid options.
Oh,
Or you can just eat the Mutinous. You can just eat the Mutinous. I mean, it's only a 33% chance, but I like those odds.
I think the turn can just be Mutinous and trade it if you don't know that the opponent has a Mutinous in hand. Mutinous, killing the 3/1 of the opponent.
Oh, they
no.
got the Viper, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But hey, on the bright side, now both players will take half damage from Carrier. This game can go even longer.
Act now.
But I'm pretty sure that won't realistically matter in the long term, because at this point, Turkey is pretty firmly ahead on board here. I'm really confused. Like, they are really holding on to this Baroth Broomstick. They really think that it's going to get better. Huh. I think they're going to be in for a rude surprise in a few moments' time here.
On Turkey's side, can you make the read that the opponent is having Baroth or Broomstick? Can you? Because yeah, the opponent is holding those two cards for such a long time from now. The Broomstick is here from turn 1 or 2, I think. So can you imagine what the Broomstick can be?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm just trying to think if there's a way to like clear the Mutinous like on board. I guess like there is, but it will cost you 5 health, which isn't great. But there's an option. Unless yeah, it is just tanking 5 health, I guess.
Because yeah, you only have 9 on board to kill the Mutinous, so yeah. And Mutinous is going here.
Oh, there goes Baroth. Not even respecting the mutinous. Which makes sense, right? Because they know... The Turkey knows that they'll be taking half damage anyway. Just clear it next turn and ooh!
Good one.
That's a pretty solid pickup.
Yeah, maybe one of the best for the Hungary team.
Yeah. I'd agree with that. So it's going to be 3 cards drawn. Carrier Room, Aldo Truth Seeker, and McGurgle Prime!
McGurgle Prime with Broomstick is so strong, you have a full clear.
Yeah, against pretty much anything.
Yeah.
Those Murlocs can also be really terrifying. It could even get another McGurgle.
It can be sometimes a lethal setup, because the more minions you have on board, the less efficient is the immovable object. If you have lots of 3 attack minions, for example, they are all dealing 2, so that still can be something. Okay, but yeah, that's strong carrier will shut down the Varian.
There's no way to clear the Mutinous from the board this turn, though, sadly.
Yeah. Or you can with the Broomstick, but I think you want to keep the Broomstick for a turn with a Libram of Hope plus Broomstick.
No, to mention the hero power, which will make the Broomstick a 5/5.
Yeah, because yeah, that's the last minion you have in hand right now. Lots of possibility here for the Hungarian team.
I imagine we're gonna see McGurgle Prime, right? This is as good as it's gonna get. Oh!
You don't even need the Broomstick!
You don't even need Broomstick, because 3 of the Murlocs have rushed anyway. Oh man. Freaking Lush Water Scout. This card is so annoying in duels. Unfortunately, we're not playing duels right now.
What was also lucky that it was summoned first, so the others have rush, because if it was the last Murloc summoned, it wasn't that efficient. But yeah, the Broomstick played whatever.
Yeah, another really important reason why it being summoned first matters is that Lush Water Scout also gives the Murlocs 1 attack.
Yeah.
So not only is it rushing them, it's also making them like stronger as well. But yeah, Barov is also gone. Like Barov and Samura are both gone from Turkey here. And they're dealing with a full board of Murlocs. This is not good.
You can still
Sorry?
You can still go for Libram of Hope and Broomstick to kill a huge minion and a smallest one with the Broomstick.
Oh, and it got the Broomstick, that's good. So the Broomstick will be a 5/5 in Rush as well. So we might see the McGurgle Prime getting cleared here as well, just to try to keep the taunt minion as healthy as possible. And you can hit the immovable object into the 4/2 Murloc. So the board is mostly clear at this point, but it's still going to be a little bit of an uphill climb from here.
Very hard to say, I think, who is ahead in the game right now. Who would you say is ahead from your point of view?
I mean, from my point of view, I'd say the person who's like farther ahead on board is generally going to be the one with the bigger advantage. Which at this point very clearly seems to be Hungary, especially with a Libram of Hope of their own off the top. Because now we can see Libram of Wisdom on the Broomstick or the Firemancer Flurgle hit into the 9/9 Taunt. And then you go Carriel, Libram on Carriel, hit Carriel in, clear the 9/9, and then Libram of Hope Hero Power. Well, that's a really solid turn. And you're hitting the Paladin here for a lot of incremental damage.
Looks stronger. You really prefer playing the Libram instead of the Truth Seeker? Yeah, looks like.
Yeah, because it's an 8/8.
Yeah.
Like, even if you hit the immovable object into the Divine Shield, that's still forcing you to take 4 damage, and at this point, every point of health matters. There's only so many Librams of Hope this deck can have.
And yeah, things are not looking great now.
I cannot wait to read these.
So yeah, without Rush, the Hungarians just have free reign to trade however they want, and there's really not much that Turkey can do about it here. Oh, especially with that top deck. Oh boy, that is filthy. That is exactly what they were looking for.
True strength comes from within.
Oh, strong one.
Yeah, now you can give the taunt minion Divine Shield, and it's just a clean trade. And then Liadrin's going to come in and give you a ton of extra buff value, all of which is going to get reduced by Carrier. Or not, because they hit with Carrier first, and instead of playing Liadrin and getting a bunch of cheap spells. So they missed out on 6 mana. Well done. I'm really proud of you, Team Hungary. You know, you really played that turn optimally. You know, you really did.
Really sarcastic from you, I think. But yeah, the Turkey is
It's just extended BM. You know, they intentionally played Carrier. They essentially attacked Carrier first to demoralize the Turkish team. That's exactly what happened. Yeah. Okay.
They knew that they are going to win whatever. So no, that's 1-1 I think between the two countries.
Yeah, it's 1-1 now. So we're going into series number 3.
Yeah.
Between Whiterun and Winsler. I think that's how you pronounce that.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Whiterun, Winkler. So let's look at the lineup again. That will be class we haven't saw yet for each of the teams. So here is Rocco's Whiterun lineup with Demon Hunter, Druid, and Hunter.
So yeah, the only new deck from these that we haven't seen so far is the Fell Demon Hunter. The other two seem pretty standard. It seems like Orange's idea of running Pathmakers hasn't quite caught on yet to the wider community.
Yeah, because here he's playing Power of the Wild. I don't think I have already saw a list with Power of the Wild, but not the Pathmaker. So yeah, interesting. But yeah, we have the new the Feldium Hunter. Haven't saw it yet. With that OTK combination with expandable explorers with the Felfire Deadeye, because with Curtrus you are gaining more attack on your hero each time a minion is attacking. So with the Felfire your power is free, so you just have 28 damage I think, or 30. So yeah.
I believe it's 28 damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's close to.
Because yeah, you hero power first, you attack with the first minion, you hero power again, then you play Felfire Deadeye, hitting in with the rest of the minions in hero power each time, and then you get 6 more minions after that. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's 28 damage.
Okay, fine. So yeah, lots of damage with that combination. And then yeah, the Face Hunter. The Face Hunter has been banned for Whiterun. run, so we won't see it this evening. And then we have Wrangler's lineup from Hungary with Demon Hunter, Mage, and Rogue. The Mage has been banned, so we will see the Burgle Rogue for Wrangler. And the other is a Demon Hunter, same as Whiterun 1 or close to.
What was the ban on the other side?
The Mage. And the Face Hunter.
Yeah, thank you.
How do you feel in the Druid against Rogue matchup?
I mean, I imagine it's quite close. It really depends, right? Because the Rogue can obviously go off on some absolutely ridiculous starts with, the Wildport Knoll and the Double Agent. I think it's more down to, how insane, the starts on either side of the table are. Because, the Druid could have insane openers, getting these Matrox down to 0 mana extremely quickly, and then just going off of Arbor up. It's hard to say. I think it's a very close matchup. It's close to 50-50. I'm just not sure which way it falls exactly.
Okay, yeah, because I saw on Twitter Druid players saying that the matchup is favored for the Druid, and the opposite Rogue players saying that the matchup is favored for the Rogue, so that matchup will be played. I'm very excited to see who will win it. Okay, so let's see if players are ready to launch the last best of threes. 1-1 at the moment between the two nations, between the Hungary and the Turkey. Telling the players they can start right now. Oh, both players starting with a W will be easy to find on the friend list.
Yep.
Nice. And yeah, they are both preparing to battle a friend, so we'll start soon, I think. Let me reset the score on both sides. 0-0 in the current confrontation and 1-1 in the global confrontation between the two nations. Still preparing.
Waiting for them to start.
Sure. And at the top
That's
it's right on. Oh no, it started? No. Okay. I thought it started when you just picked.
It hasn't started on my end, no. Just sat here waiting. The only thing I can think of is that they're just thinking really hard on which class to go with first. You know, it's a really hard coin toss. And to be fair, in Last Two Standing, it probably is a really hard coin toss, because if they choose wrong, they're going to give the other team a pretty significant advantage.
I think in best of threes, you can't really have a good opening because it's just a 50-50 in which deck the opponent will open with. It's not like in best of 5. There is 1/3 about a deck that will be open. So I think it's way more important to think about it in a best of 5 than in best of 3.
Yeah, I'm just speculating at the moment. I don't know for sure. Oh, looks like they're getting in the game now. I see one of the
fine.
spectator modes open.
So yeah, Wankler at the bottom, Whiterun at the top.
There we go.
The legions
Oh, looks like we're starting off the Fel DH mirror here.
I cannot rest until Anatharon falls.
Oh, that's the mirror matchup, and I think you can throw for the aura from Wankler, not a good card in the matchup.
Let's see, are you able to get into Winston's hand or not? Because at the moment I can only get to Whiterun's hand.
Oh, you can't go to who you can't have access?
I can't see Team Hungary's hand.
Okay,
I can see
okay.
that. Yeah. It's not a big deal.
I will send him a PM.
No, I've already asked him, and apparently
Oh.
he can't do it for some reason. Ah, it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. You can tell me exactly what's in Team Hungary's hand right now.
It's Fellfire, Curtrus, Skull of Gul'dan, Sigil, and Fell Barrage. So I think we will see a Sigil on 1, without any surprise.
Seems like a pretty solid opener, to be honest. It looks like Skull of Gul'dan will be able to come out pretty early, along with Kurtrus. About as good as you could ask for, really.
I don't really know how the matchup is going between those two decks, because the deck has lots of way of deal with opposite board, but they are not playing lots of minions, so most of their cards are useless. I think it will be who will be the fastest to deal face damage to the opponent. You will try to burst as fast as possible your opponent, while having lots of way to have health points. Maybe like the old Soul Demon Hunter. I am feeling that it can be in that way.
Let's see. Sigil of Alacrity, procking and drawing a new card. I'd say this Magferrodon might be like one of the bigger pieces in this matchup, because like this isn't like the old OTK Demon Hunter deck where you could just like go like Moog, Arcanist into like big like 12 damage eye beams or something, right? It's going to be much more difficult to deal with Magferrodon if it goes off.
True. I agree. So we will still have to wait to see the Magteridon alive. I think the turn can just basically be Studies and Thanos for Whiterun, if there is not a good outcast card from that Studies.
Yeah, they could go for Chaos Leech here. That would clear off the Felfire Deadite here. The other two options aren't really very appealing, to be honest.
And yeah, that's fine. Or the skill can be not that bad. You can curve Talnos in the same turn. Because here, if you're playing Chaos Leech, oh no, that's filling your mana. Oh, we'll go for the other one, Stelina. You will have a hard time to get it outcast, right? Won't be easy to have an outcast Stelina. Furthermore, with that trade.
So the earliest Stelina is going to be able to come down is turn 7, then. I wonder what they're going to be able to get with Stelina on turn 7. I'm genuinely not sure.
So, for Runkler, I would play, I think, just Hero Power, hitting face, and then playing the Eldrazi Warblade. Don't have better things to do.
My hunt goes on.
Yeah, we'll go for it, I think. Maybe they were talking about the other plays later on the game. Okay, so here, decision for Turkey. Okay, going for straight away for the Max Teridan.
They have Talented Arcanist in hand, so now if they top deck Felscreen Blast, they can clear all 3 of the warders in one turn and get the Magfaradan up, but obviously that's the big question. Can they draw Felscreen Blast? Because they don't have it.
Look what's there also from Winkler. Another Max Teridan, and that's a good way to clear the opposite one.
Yeah, because if if all of the warders are cleared at once, then the first Magfaradan would go off first, and then the second one would go off afterwards.
Yep.
That being said, though, it's all about how these warders trade into each other. It's a little bit risky. If Turkey can clear all of the warders on their side of the board off first, then it will go the other way around, and then the Magfaradan will actually be a major downside for them. So Team Hungary's got to be a little bit careful here on how they approach this.
Teridan there.
Yeah, they're going for it. They can clear 2 of the warders here. They're still going to leave 1 on board.
Okay, they are waking up the opposite Max Teridan.
Okay.
And I think
Oh,
that's...
this is actually really smart.
Yeah, the way to do it, I think, because this way you are sure that your Max Teridan will wake up after the opposite one. So,
Yeah.
you will have a 12 and not the opponent.
I'm going to be a bit nitpicky here, though. But they could have gotten 1 extra damage and 1 extra heal off if they hero powered before getting rid of the Deadeye.
That's true.
It's very silly, but yeah. Yeah. I will chuckle a little bit if this turns out to matter.
I think you can swing face to have a better Kurtrus on next turn. And the only question will be, do you play your Wild Blade or Felber Rage to deal 4 face?
Question is if you feel like you're in a position where you have to race. I'm not sure they are necessarily, because they do have Kurtrus up next turn. And in fact, Kurtrus is another reason, like another pretty significant reason that not hero powering last turn is a mistake, because now they're bats. I forget what they're called, like the 4 health minions from Kurtrus, they'll have 1 less attack now. And they're not hero powering again! What are they doing? Fell Barrage. Warblades. Okay.
4 health points left. It's getting scary for Turkey team.
It sure is. This Illidari Studies here has got to come up with something pretty big, or else they are just dead. They have to clear Magfaradan hit. There's no way around it.
Chaos Leech has to be here. And that's an I-beam at least.
That is an I-beam. That will deal 4 with the Falnos. Wait, that might actually be enough. Okay, so I-beam will deal 4. And then you play Arcanist Immolation Aura. So that will deal 4 times... Wait. that might not be enough. I'm not sure. Okay, maybe you have to go Foundless Eye Beam, Fell Screen Blast, Arcanist Immolation Aura to clear Mag Paradigm here. Because otherwise you just won't have enough power.
Yeah, but at least-
That is one expensive mag clear. Oh my goodness.
But that's down. And you also heal a little bit, and whoa, you have the AtomiK on turn 9 if you want.
There is a problem with the OTK though. Your opponent has to actually have minions on the board. Without minions, you can't deal with the extra damage. You know, because the performers have to rush into something. Oh wait, it's by your hero attacks. Okay, yeah, that part didn't matter. Ignore the Curtis bit on the last turn. Yeah, we'll probably see Kurtrus then hero power because the Shriekers will just rush into the other Shriekers this turn, I'd imagine.
Yeah, can be. Okay, here it is. And next turn will be good for Wrangler thanks to that Outcast Skull.
In general, the fact that they're up by 30 HP against the Turks, like that's a pretty big deal. That gives them so much more room to maneuver. No Furies have been played yet from either side as well.
Not the greatest skull. Fellforger are good, but you can only play one of them.
The answer is here.
I think you have to play. Oh, maybe he's thinking with a hero power face to not lose any face damage he can have.
Question I have is like, do you even care about this Warblades getting destroyed? I guess it's only so you just don't like lose out on floating mana. By not using the hero power, I mean.
I see. Whiterun will have to be kinda to look at what minion he will play, because if he's not playing minions, the ATK for Winkler will not do anything, because you have to attack with your performers to have your ATK with the Fellfire Deadeye. You can also go for Stelina from Whiterun's side. You can just play Fellfire, then Stelina. Okay, we'll go for the draw. Fury will be strong with the Warblades.
Yep,
And
it's gonna give 7 HP
yeah,
through lifesteal.
will also be strong with the Jace later on. Okay, another Fury for Winkler. I think he will draw first in the turn. Looking for Fell spells. Not very efficient right now, that Fell Scream Blast. What's the other? Oh, another Fury. It's starting to be some damage.
I think the main thing that's helping Team Turkey at the moment is the fact that they still have the second set of War Blades in their deck, whereas Hungary doesn't. So as long as the OTK isn't a factor, they're in a pretty solid position.
Yeah.
Ooh. This could deal quite a lot of damage here. If Turkey decides to go for Jace here. I don't know if they will though. Seems kind of sketchy.
Yeah, the matchup is kinda weird because both players want to deal with opposite board, but none of the players are playing board. So
Let's see. Here comes Star Student Stelina, which is almost certainly gonna get expendable performance out of hand because otherwise they might be dead, and that wouldn't do.
goodbye. Oh, the Viper is back. Isn't it a misorder? Didn't you prefer to first draw with the Chaos Strike and then try the Viper? To not draw it again?
I'm pretty sure that would be correct, yeah. But oh well.
Oh, you can't see the Discover.
Yeah, well, I can't see it either. I can't see Hungary's hand. Remember?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about it. Sorry.
But yeah, that Skull of Gul'dan pickup from Illidari Studies, that is a pretty big deal.
Chaos Strike for Winkler will be there. So yeah, lots of damage also for the Hungarian team with the Fairy, the Chaos Strike. And there is a Skull top decked, but won't be able to play it on that turn.
I don't know if they'd even want to be honest. Like,
sorry, I forgot about something. There is also expandable draw from the other skull. So yeah, expandable performers are back for the Hungarian team. So yeah, they are able to still do the OTK.
Another Warblade's picked up. That's going to be really helpful with Dark Weaver here.
Yeah.
And also, because 2 minions are still on the board, that's going to give 2 refreshes of the hero power. So yeah, that Warblades is going to be pushing a lot of damage here. Oh! Is this lethal? I don't think it is. It's getting very close.
8 damage with the Fell Barrage. But that's the first Fell Barrage, right? None
The
before.
first Fell Barrage, but
Yeah.
2 Chaos Strikes been played, and so has a Fury. So yeah, I think Turkey's done it. They'll also be drawing 2 cards. So even if this isn't lethal right off the bat, which I think it is, they would still have a chance of hitting Fury. But yeah, this is easily going to do it.
Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, even with the massive Mag Ferrodon early in the game, it just wasn't enough.
Yeah.
I don't know. This entire set so far has just felt like it's just been like one team has just been in such a dominant position, and the other team's just somehow just been able to turn it back around. Crazy. I love it.
Yeah, all games are really good because we saw lots of blood. Sorry, lots of twist. Like, sorry, I forgot the word, but yeah, one team is winning and
Plot twist, yeah.
yeah, exactly. One team is winning and then the others is coming back. So yeah, pretty nice. So 1-0 for Turkey in that last best of threes. And the other deck will be the Rogue for Hungarian team. So let's see if the Rogue is that strong that players are saying on Twitter and everywhere. Can the rogue can sweep the turkey team? Oh! That's the druid, sorry.
Yep.
Oh!
Yeah, the beast druid.
Here for a lesson.
For Winkler. Oh, he missed
You already-
something. My bad. I got tricked
You got
by
the bands wrong.
No, that's the rogue for
Oh, it's the
Winkler.
rogue.
But that's the Maestra's rogue. I just got baited by the Maestra's. First time I am on stream and casting a Maestra deck. So yeah. Maestra 1,
My
AtomiK
my-
0.
my excuse is I can't even see Hungary's hands, so to me it does look like a druid. But of course, I'm sure Team Turkey knows better because they know that they banned druid, and we would say something if it was actually the druid being played here.
Yeah. Also 0 for Paraducks against Maestra. Fine.
We're gonna see something traded back.
Yes, there is
in.
an SI7, no Gnoll at the moment. But there is a double agent in hand, maybe coin on next turn.
Maybe.
There is also a reconnaissance.
It's not very easy to deal with double agent on turn 2 as Demon Hunter usually, because Immolation Aura this early on would only deal 2 damage. So you'd only be able to partially clear one of them, and that's with a hero power and tanking 3 damage. That wouldn't be ideal.
Okay, Swindle, top deck, no Gnoll, still no Gnoll. Do you like early secret passage to find Gnolls? There are 2 secret passages in the Winkler's hand, but no, he will go for the double agent.
Yeah, I'm generally not a big fan of it, mostly because I think you can just have like better secret passage turns. Like maybe if I had like 2 Gnolls, I would consider doing it, but like just 1? Not the biggest fan. Especially when you can just do this. This is way more impactful, I feel, this early on in the game.
Yeah.
Rather than burning arguably one of the best draw cards in the game right now.
Oh, the Edwin now has a good drawing card. Okay, the Arcanist is here. But you don't want to go that early for Immolation plus Arcanist because it's the best way to deal with opponent's board. So you want to keep it for later. Oh, the Dreadlord's Bite is strong, right?
Dreadlords by looking at the board state, yeah, seems pretty good. Like you can equip it, you get rid of one of them, you set the other one to 2 HP so you can finish it off on the following turn, and then you can go for Felgorger. Or you can just go for Spectral Sight and just get more card draw, I guess. And that's an option.
Yeah, very true.
I don't know, it's hard to judge like how good Magferrodon is in this matchup because it can just get scabbed away. So it's like, sure, you clear the board and you have a big 12/12 and then it just gets bounced. You have to do all of that just back over again.
Yeah, definitely true. Scabs too strong against too many things. And okay, the secret passage will be played for Winkler. Okay, there are Gnoll and no Gnoll for Winkler. There is still a 1 thief to have some new card in hand. Oh. Lunacy, Potion or Evocation. You don't want Lunacy, I think?
Yeah, Deck of Lunacy doesn't sound like that great of an idea. Probably just want the more like widely useful option, I'd say.
Evocation has been picked. And yeah. Double Legend dealing face damage. Putting the Demon Hunter at 24 health points.
Felsian Blast, that's a solid pickup. Now the Fel DH can clear all of the minions from the Rogue's board and heal themselves right back up to full. And they can also Hero Power, which will power Kurtrus up a little bit as well. Oh, but they're gonna go for Mag anyway. Alright. Here's another issue with Magferrodin versus Rogue, by the way. They're gonna Shadow Step one of the warders. And then Magferrodin can't go off.
Yeah. But no Shadow Step at the moment for Winkler. But he can go for it. He has a Swindle in hand. He has a Secret Passage. And he also just updeck a Wild Paw Gnoll. So yeah, he will play it and go for Shadow Step, I think. Not here. So prep Secret Passage.
It's really digging.
Yeah.
Also pretty solid positioning, by the way. Making sure that the warders like isolated from each other along the board.
And here is the Shadow Step.
So yeah. We all know what that means. Trade the card back to keep it permanently, keep the Cutlass back, and then yeah, Shadow Step the Warder to prevent your board from getting annihilated. Nice. This may force the Arcanist Immolation Aura this turn coming up.
Did you like playing the Gnoll since your board was already huge?
I think it's sort of taking a gamble, right? You're taking the gamble that either I pick up the Shadow Step, or I can just get to Scabs before this Magferrodin will really start laying into me. Because I feel like this matchup is generally really felt Demon Hunter favored as long as it gets to the late game. So from the Rogue's perspective, it's just a matter of making sure it doesn't get to the late game by any means necessary. Even if that means taking some risks.
Because yeah, the AtomiK is very easy to do for the Demon Hunter because the Rogue will always play minions on board. So yeah, Rogue can be scared about that.
Yeah, and this Rogue deck doesn't really have very many ways of bursting down the opponent without a board. So the Demon Hunter always has that option of being able to just win in the late game. If anything, this Magferrodin is actually quite problematic because now it means that expendable performers will only be summoning 6 minions at most. And if I recall, expendable performers only goes off when you originally summoned 7 minions? If they all die this turn, summon 7 more. Okay. So you can probably summon 6, kill them all off, and then it'll be fine, I guess.
Okay, there is Lady Vash. I think that's the better to pick. At 1 mana for 3 is fine. The others are not great. There is there was the 1 mana Murloc. Don't think you want it. Okay. Device played. And he has a 0 mana Wicked Stab. Will he go for the 5 damage face with the spell power? No. He will keep it.
See, are we going to see Kurtrus coming down here? I'd imagine so. Yep.
What have you sacrificed?
And here Whiterun just needs the 2 cards from the AtomiK to win the game and win the confrontation for his country. But he's at 19 health point. Can the Rogue beat him before that point? Not that much things to put board from the Rogue's hand. There is a Hellfire Warder that he can't play. He has an Occult Conjurer, the one from the Secret Mage, but that's only a 4 mana 4/4. So yeah, he's looking for other cards. Here is a double agent. Something to put board. So I think he will go for it.
Yeah. I mean, like I mentioned, right? It's going to be up to the rogue to win the game. The demon hunter, I'm pretty sure, will just be able to win. Like, if the game goes long enough. Because eventually, assuming the rogue just never puts anything on board, there will just be so many like good fel spells played, like Fury, Fel Barrage, etc., that Jace Darkweaver alone will be enough to win the game.
Yeah, definitely agree. The rogue will have to play minions. He can't just end turn because his deck is mainly composed of minions.
That's a pretty good draw.
A top deck skull for the outcast skull. That is giving me good old memories.
I'm sure it is. It's pretty tempting to go for it now. I mean, you're at 19 here and you've already seen a Wicked Stab go. If you're not going to Skull of Gul'dan now, when are you? Right? It just seems good. Let's see. Well, there's your OTK right there, mate. Next turn it can come out. In fact, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if Whiterun and Turkey just decide to leave the double agents on the board, you know? Just go for the OTK next turn.
But you can go for the OTK next turn and still try the double agent.
Yeah, but the double agent's not going to matter. If you hit the face for 7 here,
Yeah.
oh, sorry, for 5 here, you're just making it easier on yourself, right?
Yeah, you're totally right. Yeah, sorry.
The only way to deal with these 2 minions for the rogue is by killing the minions themselves, and you don't want to clear your own minions with your own removal spells. That's terrible.
Yeah, it looks like a win for the Demon Hunter, right? I don't see how what the rogue can do. If he's killing his own minions, he will never win the game.
Yeah. Like I said though, we've been in this situation before. We've said these words so many times now. I don't want to jinx it, because you never know. Anything can happen in these games.
Nothing huge from that evocation. There is Brain Freeze, Wildfire, Rigged for Game, Snap Freeze, Ice Blood, Tower, and Arcane Overflow.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. One of the really fun ways that you can sort of give yourself a bit of extra time in this matchup is from One Thief discovering Deep Freeze. Because Deep Freeze is one of the only mage spells in the game right now that can actually freeze the opponent's face. As well as summoning 2 water elementals that would also freeze the face. But yeah, how much damage is this with the expendable performers? It's 6 hits with the performers.
14.
Oh, with the Fel Barrage as well. I think that might do it.
Isn't it 18? Because you can hit 6 times, so that's 12. Plus 2, 14, 16, 20. Oh no, that's exactly lethal.
And we're also going to see the first Fiend Blast coming out first, just to make sure it's not counter spell. And then yeah, I think that might do it.
Can't you have 2 extra damage if you hero power and play
If you
the
hero
expendable before playing the...
I believe so,
But maybe it's still
but I
lethal.
also don't think it will matter.
Yeah.
Because yeah, this is still going to be exactly enough, yeah. Unless this is Ice Barrier, which I'm pretty sure it's not, because you would have told me already if it was.
Oh, maybe I'm trying to trick you?
Trying to bait me, but yeah, no.
That's not. And that's 2-0 for Turkeys. And that...
Well,
so
2-1 in
yeah,
total,
2-1
but yeah.
in total, yeah. So, congratulations to them, that's a victory. Currently, so 1 victory in that Max League of Nations. Congratulations to them. So we will try to have them for a call to maybe share with us their thoughts about the confrontation. Yeah. Let's ask them for joining us. So what about you, Paraducks? What first did you thought about that match, that new format with 9 different classes for each team?
I thought it was unique. I would have preferred personally if it was Conquest, because with Conquest we really would have seen like many different classes. It felt like we saw just a lot of the same classes, just winning over and over again. Like more than anything. That's how I feel on the matter, right? I think that Conquest might be a little bit better for this format, but I sort of get it at the same time. Like all of these events are playing last year standing, so why would this one be any different? I guess.
Yeah, that's the Max Team way of doing last hero standings, because we all know that Blizzard is having a preference for Conquest. So here we are doing last hero standings to have different format. But yeah, I agree that last hero standing is pretty hard in best of threes, especially because if you don't have the counter deck to the opponent one, you just get slammed 2-0, as we saw tonight, because 3 times 2-0 tonight. So yeah, kinda hard for the players. Okay. Let me 5 minutes. Let me 1 minute to add them. Okay. Wankler is joining us. Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us, and GG for the games.
Thank you.
So, how did you feel about the match in his globality? You lost 2-1 finale against Turkish team. How do you feel?
I was pretty nervous before the match, because I was the third one to play, and we were pretty unfavored in the first BO3, and I was expecting that if I play, of course I will play for the win, and the stakes will be high. And I'm not usually play on stream also, so I was a bit nervous because of that too.
Fine.
Consider it practice, mate. If I recall correctly, you qualified for the Masters Tour based on win rate not too long ago, right? Or am I
Yes.
mistaking you for someone else?
Yes, I qualified for Stormwind.
So yeah, just think of it as a practice round. You lose now, so you win the Masters Tour in a month. Easy.
Probably. I tried the qualifiers at the weekend, and Priest was really promising. but of course it's completely different from ladder because I can ban the rogues. And right after the qualifiers, I went to the ladder and lost 7 games in a row with Priest.
That is difficult. Are you looking forward to the prospect of Rogue getting nerfed then?
Scavs is just OP. They need to raise the mana cost, I think.
To how much you think? 8 mana? 9 mana?
8 would be okay, I think, but the other problem is the hero power, the 0 cost hero power, and that needs a tweak too, I think. Rogue just has everything right now.
Yeah. But you finally lost with Rogue against the opposite Demon Hunter. How did you feel the matchup? Did you think it's Demon Hunter favored, or just the game went wrong?
I think it's slightly Rogue favored. The stats show that Demon Hunter might have the edge, but I think it's a bit Rogue favored. But yeah, we just didn't get there.
Well, like I mentioned on stream, I feel as though the matchup is where the Rogue either like gets ahead pretty early, puts the Demon Hunter on the back foot, or gets slowly strangled at the game. Would you say that's accurate?
Sorry, my Discord disconnected for a moment.
Okay, I'll repeat it then. I'll repeat it. So I said I feel as though the matchup is based on whether or not the Rogue can get ahead early enough in the game, like before the Demon Hunter gets into their big late game turns. Would you say that's accurate?
Yeah, we had that early lead that you mentioned, but the Arcanist plus board clear, whatever that spell is called, just
Immolation Aura?
yeah, Immolation Aura just killed our board, and we couldn't came back from that.
Yeah, and what we discussed is that it was mainly about the mirror at the beginning, especially after the McTerridon turn. So that was the main opportunity, and then basically throughout all our practice matches, whoever has drawn Jace basically wins. So yeah, that was the issue there, especially a discounted one at the end. I don't know, not sure if they had it without the top deck damage. Probably yes, although I'm not sure. So that's a question.
I think they had exact with the top deck.
No, they had over. I think it was over because it was 2 Chaos Strikes. But yeah, whatever. Doesn't really matter. It was basically Jace in their hand and not ours, so it was a bit of a bummer.
Just how the matchup goes. So we were discussing a little bit before you all joined the call about the format. So after playing this first match in this format, how do you guys feel about it, so far?
I think we can safely say that we like it, and we probably prefer it to last year's. So for me personally, it's a little bit similar to the Via Game House Cup formats like a million years ago. I think 5-6 years ago they had it at the beginning of Hearthstone. That was not exactly the same, but what we were thinking about, and we will see. I'm personally curious if it ever materializes, but if anyone can create a deck just to try to counter the meta, which is not a ladder deck at all, some random deck with some random cards that we are never seeing. So I think there is definitely some potential to try out some new things. So that's another plus. And overall, just to play with all the decks and not just the best 3, 4, 5 ones. I think it's great, especially in LHS. It adds another layer, and you cannot just do all the old things over and over again just from muscle memory.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm not really sure if I have much else to add. Do you have anything you want to add, AtomiK?
Not from my side. And what about you, players? Do you want to say something?
Just thanks for the support from everyone. Also, thanks for organizing this tournament. We think it's great. So yeah, let's see if we can improve, and hopefully we can win out the next 2 matches and progress that way.
Fine. Okay. So I wish you good luck for the next round, and maybe see you another time on the Max TV. Goodbye, and thank you for joining us.
Take it easy,
Thank you
all.
guys.
Thank you.
Have a nice evening.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Alright, so let's move on. So we finished the players' interview. So that was the end of the Turkey against Hungary confrontation with a victory from the Turkey team. Thanks everyone that was on the stream. Thank you for watching us tonight, and thanks a lot about you, Paraducks, for being with me this evening. Always a great pleasure to have you. You are very good one. So thank you for being with us.
No problem. Thank you very much for having me.
So goodbye everyone, and having a good evening. See you very soon on Max TV. Oh, forgot.
Yeah,
to talk
there's a match
about
tomorrow. Isn't
yeah, I just thought about it. My bad. Yeah, because tomorrow we have a huge USA against Russia.
Wish that was our match.
Yeah,
Oh,
tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. but at the American time zone. So it's like 3 hours of the morning, 3 hours a.m. in the European time zone or something like that. It will be casted by Clark Hellscream. I think you are a lot of knowing that man, yeah, very known caster, streamer. So if you are awake on Thursday 9 p.m. Eastern time, you will have that USA Russia game. Very important one, because they are huge countries with well-known players, so it will be for sure a huge confrontation with a huge caster, Clark Hellscream. So you can join us, and if you won't be there on Thursday, next week you will still have the Max Team TV with the Max League of Nations casted by Max, by Cool Kid, and by myself, like this week on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So we'll see each other very soon on Max TV. So goodbye everyone. Have a good evening.
see you later.